Okay guys, so we're gonna continue now, and what we will do next, so we are in the front end side, right? Front end. So the first thing we're gonna create is we're gonna create some kind of a navigation, right? Some kind of navigation we're gonna create in our page. The navigation is gonna have maybe logo and then couple of link right here. So let's do that. We also add footer and the main section, and when you have navigation we have to add routing, because remember here you are trying to fetch this form, this field, maybe the update page, this the update also, right? When you click on the delete and update, maybe you want to fetch that, so there will be some kind of routing needed also. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. Routing, right? So we have learned about routing before. How we're going to structure here. So this is the source folder, asset, here is the app, and MJ. Okay, MJ is there. What is MJ is saying something? MJ send message. My router is not allowing any connection, so I reset it. I will log in. Okay, that's happened sometimes. So front end, we are front end here. Okay guys, let's see that. Let me figure out. Okay, I'm just thinking to add something, but it's just not coming in my head, right? So how I can start? So I need to create the navigation bar, right? Nav. So let's start with folder structure that will be components, right? Components. So here we're gonna have navbar.jsx. So this looks familiar now, right, to all of you, correct? Yeah, that should be. And we do footer here, just add footer, and we're gonna add maybe layout. Let's make it root. I think root. Let's add root, right? Root.jsx, or maybe we can call it layout also. Okay, so root will be fine. Just leave it root. So the first thing, let's add navbar, right? So in the navbar we're gonna need a link, because you want to click and go somewhere. So import link from React router DOM. Okay, now here, right, maybe I can make this one as a nav, just straight make it nav, right? And inside I'm gonna have a heading one. Let's call it user MERN, right? MERN user, something like that. That's the logo, right? Our logo. Okay, and then you're gonna have maybe ul with li, right? So can we add link here? A tag, that is a tag is what? Link, right? Link. This link. So link can have two, right? Where do you want to go now? So the first one will be home page. Home, right? Home. So maybe 3 will be enough. Yeah, let's leave it 3. Home page. So you can display anything there, right? But let's add one page called all user, maybe, and add user, right? User. So all user, or we can call it maybe all user, right? Yeah, all post or all user, whatever we can name it. Okay, let's call it all post and add post, better. Add post. So that is our route. Okay, that's the route name. So when you click all post, right, that is the 3 link, right? So we can call it here maybe all posts, right? All posts. So display all posts, and here we're going to display add user, right? Let's call it add, or maybe new user, new post. Okay, simple enough. Why not call it new post also, right? Same name, all post and new post. Okay, so there is 3 link item, right? We can style this one right now. So class name, let's make it flex. Item center, justify between, gap between, right? Let's give some busy maybe gray, but I want to add some kind of gray color, 600 800. Text white, and let's padding x-axis maybe 8, right? And padding y we're gonna put 4 or 2 maybe. Okay, 2, little bit of padding. So with that said, that's done, right? That is done for the navbar. But there is a header. You can add some, header 1. You can add some class like text, maybe 2xl. You can add that, or xl maybe, and that's it. You can maybe text white also. I don't know, text white. I don't know how it looks, right? But just add it there. And what else here? ul. So this is 3 item, right? Can we just flex it? Class name, flex, and put a gap of maybe 4, right? 4 will be how much? So that is gap 16 pixel, maybe 5. Let's add 5. 20, that's fine. So that is good enough. We're gonna now, I mean, we have this foot header, right? Sorry, navbar. Let's fix the footer also first. So the footer is okay. We can change this to footer. I mean, it's just gonna take some time to create everything here, right? To set up all this, and then we're gonna start our connection between front and back end and all. So footer, a footer can have like a maybe paragraph, right? And we can call it and copy, that is like C, and maybe add the year, right? How you gonna add the new date object, right? Dot get full year, maybe full year. You can put that, and we can put here, okay, after you can say all right reserved, all right reserved, something like that, right? I don't know how what they put in the footer section. All reserved, RVED, reserved. Okay, all right reserved. Okay, so it will just give us something, right? Well, let's put this text in the center. Okay, so class name text center. Can we add some padding top and bottom? Padding y can be maybe 2. If you want to add background, it's okay, right? If not, you can leave it for now. That's good enough. Okay, so let's footer, right? So this footer will be, we have to get import now, import navbar, and also import what footer, right? Footer. Okay, see, we need the outlet, right? Remember that, import I think in the bracket, right? Outlet from React Router DOM, and here, right, you're gonna have a navbar on the top. Then let's put one main, right, main section, and here you're gonna add outlet component like this, and below that one will be footer, right, footer. Okay, so what I'm thinking, right, this the div, and it has three child, navbar, this one, main and footer, right? Why not we put some style here, class name, right? Okay, we're gonna style this later. Okay, first let's display this and then we're gonna style this. So now it's time to fix our routing here, right? Routing. So you guys, let's help me out. Routing will be, how we do that? Oh, I don't remember, guys. Let's go to React Router DOM. God. Browser, I think there was browser, router, and some other stuff, right? So if you go to the tutorial, so we have added all that. Okay, that's there. So I just need to create a browser, router, right, and router provider from React Router. So I just need to import that. Okay, so I will put there create browser router, right, and so const router, right, equal to create browser router, and this will take an array, right, and inside array there will be object. So in the object we're gonna add couple of things. So element, right, I think element equal to, first one will be root, right, so we need to import that root here, import root. Okay, we got that. And next one will be error element, so let's add that also, right. Let's find that. So this is the error, so not found. So error j, we need to create this error dot page inside our source folder. So in the source here we can add one file and copy this part, just copy this, right. Oh, I need to copy everything. So use router error, there is a hook, use router error, right, from React Router DOM, and this is all doing the work. Okay, so this export default already here, error page, so you just have to import that in our app page. So import error page, and here we're going to add that element also. That will be, I think, error, what is the, how we add that error element like this, right. Okay, so that is how you have to, you just have to follow certain things, you just have to follow what is the system, right, system say, and done. So we added the error also now, right. Children, so we have to add the children. How we add all the children? So let's check now. Somewhere you see the children here. Children, where is children? That's the path element. So we're gonna have path element, but I need the children. Control find ch children. Okay, here. So it should be something like this, right. Okay, so now all the children will go in this way, because we don't have path, anything path for the root route. Okay, the path will start straight from the children, no more to anything to the root. So copy that, and just below this you add that. So children, the path, first one is the root route, for the root, right. So when you have root route, you want to display your home page. So we have home page, home, We don't have, right? So let's add couple of pages now, right? So folder, we call it pages, and here will be home.jsx. Okay, yeah. So next will be, next is what, we have home page, then all user, right? We can call it all user, or maybe, yeah, so let's call it so all post, maybe post, right? All post. Okay, and next will be add post. So that's the route we have, right? In the, what is navigation? New post. Okay, so maybe let's keep it same name, right? Rename. New post. Okay, so add all post has nothing, let's create here, and home page has already, and new post, react arrow function, create export new post. Good. In the future, right, we're gonna need something called update post also, right? So that will be not the page here, right, but route we're gonna need. Okay, that will be not a page, but basically when you click the update button, we need that page, right? So yeah, that is still page, you know, so why not just put it in the page? That will be update right? Update page, or update, maybe we call it update user. Let's leave it update, right? Update. Okay, okay, fine, good enough. So we have to go get all that now inside our app, because we're going to create route for all that, right? That is important. So import, the first one is add post, right? Oh sorry, new post, no add post, new post. Okay, the next one is all post, all post. Okay, and then after that we have home also, right? We have home page, so import home, right? Okay, the next one, I mean we don't need home page, but I just added, I mean that other was all post and new post was enough to do the job, right? And also we're gonna need import update update from, no, we don't need that update, right? That looks like something. Update from update. Okay, so let's add route. So this is home, you're gonna copy similarly, right? And for the, so you remember to check with your nav bar, right? So you're gonna have nav bar here, so all post and new post, these two things has to match. Okay, that two thing. So app, go back to app now. So new post will be new post, right? We're gonna have new post component, and the last one is the update one, right? So we're gonna have path, and so new post, all post, that's fine, but in the update, right, we need to add the ID here, because the path will be localhost slash ID and do something, right? So that is the path. Okay, I think, yeah, that's the path, right? And an element, we need to call the element, so element will be our update one. Okay, update, yeah, that's the update. I think we should have added update post better, right? It looks like the name matching with something, you know. Everything is okay, so there is no data, right? Okay, let's put that. Okay, now it gets red also. Okay, so this all work, it still not work. We have to do something else now. So we have the router, right? Router. So normally what happen, you gonna call this router provider to here, return with the router provider, right? So let's return that router provider, close it, and you're gonna call the router equal to router, just pass the props, right? And done. So it's still running, it's live, right? Let's check now. So go back to our local here. Okay, you see now, right? So that's the home page, that's the local host, this home page. If I click all post, I get all post. If I click new post, I get new post. See, things working. So let's make this, right, let's make this page little bit, I mean style with the grid little bit. Okay, let's try, right? Grid. So I mean I want the auto, the nav bar, all the space with the main section and the footer on the bottom, right? Okay, so try to do that one. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? Where is our root? I see one div right inside the root here. So maybe we have navbar, main, footer. Just let's add, because this root will go to the app and from there. Okay, let's add it here, right? Better. Class name, so we can say grid grid row, right? Rows. Okay, but we have to, you know, this 3 will not gonna work, right? We have to add some custom number here, like we have 3 rows, but I need a different size rows. Okay, so how am I gonna get that? So I found some solution for that. I had some issue with that before also, right? But I got some solution. Okay, so let's check that. Grid row, right? Grid row. So let's check this. So here, like grid row 1 to grid template is column, grid row start and end. Man, so that is the row overspan. I saw something, you know. So in the grid row, no, not that one. No. Oh, where I saw that grid template. Okay, grid template row, right? That is the one I need. Grid rows is grid template rows. Sorry guys. So see, there is a repeat in 3. You know, we have just grid template rows. Repeat 3 times. 0. Min max is minimum, which is 0, and maximum is 1 fraction, right? So it will make all 1 fraction equal size, and I don't want that, you know. What I want is something like this, and this will be good solution. Okay, here, right? This code I need, so I'll just copy that and place in my tailwind config, right, and use that. So go to the tailwind config, because I had one student yesterday and same issue, and I was trying to figure out the solution, right, and I found this. So I can delete, I don't need this. This is just a sample, right? But what I need is this one. So my nav bar, right, maybe I just need 100 pixel, right? Oh, no, why I need to, this is the layout. So there is a min max, all that, right? Let me do this. What I'll delete this, right? I will put my own code. So remember, there is auto. We used to do the in our CSS auto, one fraction and auto, right? I don't need to add so many things. That is enough. So that is the layout now property, right? So if I do grid rows dash layout, and this will be applied. Simple enough. So let's do that. So that is one solution to make your, I mean, we just something just add here, right, and that will work also. So okay, let's go back to the let's go look at the root here. Now I can find layout, right? That is what I need. Okay, the problem now, right, it will still not work, and I will show you now. BG red 600 and see what happened. So let's go to the page. See, that is all my that div, right? That is all the size, okay? And because there is no height, it's not gonna work. So what we're gonna do, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna say width, take it 100 full, just make it full, right? Width will be full. That is what, 100%, right? 100%. And height make it screen, that is view height, okay? Screen. So that is 100 view height. Means the height will be according to the view of the screen, view of the device, right? So now, okay, look at here. So that height just increased to 100%, okay? And you have that here, right? I can add something more, you know, like for example, what I can add, right? Maybe why don't we just center this, because here, right, everything will be go in the center, all the page, you know, like outlet, all the page. So let's add something here, class name, and we can say container, or maybe just add y, right? Padding y, no, padding x, maybe 8. Make it same like the navbar, right? And yeah, and padding y also, py little bit gap, so that will be maybe 4 or 2 only. This enough. So just get some padding here so that things will stay within the center, right, not touch the wall. Clear, guys? So I will just remove the background now, okay? So that was the good solution, and it looks something like this. So if you do all posts, you're gonna get that. New post, you're gonna get that. Home page there. Okay, so the time now, the time to first, what we're gonna do, right? Let's add the new post first. Let's add something, right, to our database. Okay, new post. So that will be the you know, I think new post, right? Okay, let's do that. So let me, for now I will just close everything. Home page, I don't know if I will need or not for now. new post we can add there. Navbar, close that. Footer I will close. Root no need. App.js okay. Let me git add set up front end, right? So new post. Now what we need here, we're gonna need a lot of things, right? We're gonna need a form and all that things. Okay, so let's see. So new post. Okay, new post. So we're gonna have input field right here. So that is in the return part. So let's add that first. So we have div, maybe what I will do, right? I'm just gonna put the form here. Yeah, let's add form, right? So we're gonna have a form, maybe we're gonna add the handle form later on submit, all that, right? We're gonna add that. So this form, okay, that's div, right? So this, that's the box, but let's add some class here. Okay, this form I don't want too big, right? Maybe small size. So that will be maybe how much? Let's say 50% of the screen size. So we can say max width of this form will be maybe small, right? Let's make it small. Okay, and then if you have the something small size, how you center that? So margin x-axis auto, right? We can do that. Okay, that is all. Now the div. So let's create the first field, right? Will be div, and we can give a class name here. Class name will be, so let's add something, maybe little bit space, maybe 3, something like that. Okay, now we need a label, right? How you put label? label, label, right? And remember, in React, when you're writing the label, you have HTML for, that is what you need, right? For name. Okay, and I mean, you can add some style here, but for now let's leave it. Label, and that will be name, right? Name. Okay, and then after you're gonna have input field, input, right? So input will be, okay, let's close this like that, and then so in input you have type, right? Type, you're gonna add text. What else you add? ID, right? Because you have ID, this for will be same. That should be name. Okay, and ID, you're gonna add some more stuff, right? Maybe name. We need name because the form is sending the data, right? It will be use this name to track that data. Okay, and you want to add a value, so we will check that out later, right? So value, right now is empty. We're gonna add something later on, but now let's put it something called maybe name, right? So we're gonna insert data once we have in our hook. Okay, so okay, let's style this one, right? And because I'm gonna just copy paste, so better make it better. Okay, class name, so will be block, this make it block, right? Because and font size, maybe font, maybe make it what, normal, medium, semi bold, what you like, right? Let's make it medium. Maybe text color, what you want, gray I think will be better. And the what will be size, 600, 800, let's make it 800. Yeah, that is enough, right? Now in here we're gonna have class name. So margin, you want to give something, maybe margin top 1, padding, add something like that. You add some border, give the border color, right? Border maybe gray, maybe 400, 500, like that. And on hover, right, maybe we add something. So the font, maybe the box will be rounded, input will be, you can put rounded, right, rounded. And you can give it, because there is size of the box, right? See, this one is small size, so you can make it full now, let it occupy the whole, right? Full, and make it required if you want, that is good enough. Okay, so let's see, right, if this work. Okay, this will return, so let's see if this will work first. We have one field now, right? So this will be okay, it looks something like that. Okay, so we're gonna add the, you know, so let's add some heading here, right? Just add maybe heading 1, so that will be not okay, why not we make this whole thing, right, go on the top, you know, or it's okay, heading 1, add user, right, add user, and you can add class name, text maybe center, and text to Excel, and that is good enough. Okay, so that's good, fine. So now let's, because I have the view big, right, this 200%, so if I make it small, I think it should looks okay, you know, it looks something like this, see. So let me make it big. So what I will do, I will just copy now, right, because it's one time done. I will just copy and change the information and finish it. So div is the whole div, copy, I will put it one time, two time, and change the information now, right? So that will be email, okay, and here is email, right, and ID will be email, name will be email. Okay, type I can change to email also, right, but that is text. Okay, let's make it email, does not matter. Okay, ID, name, email, value will be, we're gonna change this value later with our form value, okay, later on. So now label, okay, I believe value will be, for now, make it email, and that's good enough. The next one is this, so this will be age, right, age, here change to age, and you're gonna have type text, this will be number, right, so I mean, okay, leave it text. Okay, no need to change that. Yeah, I believe that is fine. ID will be age, name will be age, value will be age. Okay, so let's check now. So we got this field now, name, email and age, right? So we just need a submit button here. So after that you're gonna have button submit, right? Submit. So we're gonna, let's put in the div box. And class name we're gonna add text, maybe center, and then the button type will be submit because we are submitting the form. So you must, if you are using button, make sure you add this submit attribute. Okay, and class name we can style it, so give some padding on the button, remember that. So you can have padding maybe 4, y-axis little bit less, so you can make it 2, and BG color, what will be the violet, right? Let's say violet, maybe something 600. Text white, rounded, we can make it rounded, little bit rounded, and hover, right? When you hover on the button, change the BG color to BG violet. What is that before? 600, so let's make it maybe 800, right? Little bit. So let's see. So it looks something like this. When you hover, it looks something like that. Good enough? Okay. Okay guys, so now you're gonna click on this submit button, right? And what you want to do now? So you type here name and all that. So when you click, there will be some information, right? Let's say I'm gonna have a name. So see, I cannot change anything, right? So I need to create the, because you cannot change that. So let's create something here. First you need use state, right? Use state hook. So inside here you can say const user data, right? And set user data, okay, equal to use state hook, and it will take, we're gonna give it object. Okay, we're gonna give object, right? So let's say name will be empty string for now. Email, right? Email will be empty string, and age, right? Age, I mean you can create separate hook for all this, but let's make it as an object now, one place, right? Okay, good enough. So once we have this, we can add the value now, right, inside our input here. So value will be user data dot name, okay, and user data, right, dot email, and here we're gonna put user data dot age. Okay, so we got that done, right? So now important thing is when you submit the form, right? So where is form? Here we need to add something called onChange, right? And you're gonna call the function called handle change. Okay, we're gonna call that function. So let's create that function here. So const, it's handle change, right, equal to arrow function. So when you submit the form, there is an event happened, right? And you don't want your form to be re-render. Okay, so handle handle change. Okay, so you're gonna do what you do, e dot prevent default, right? You add that one. Now let's say I will just console log, right? Console dot log, maybe form submitted, right? Submitted. Let's see if this work. Okay, so but before that, right, I just need to do one more thing here. In every input field I need to read that data and update my value here, right? So how am I gonna do that? I need to update all this field. So what should we use? For so I'm gonna have maybe, okay, let's write a function on change, right? This was on submit, the form was on submit. What is this? Handle, let's change this to handle submit. Okay, handle submit, submit, and we're gonna change the form here, handle submit. That is one thing. And now each input I'm gonna have on change. Now when you type something in the input field, there is an event, right? And in that time we're gonna call the handle submit. So that should be on change, I think, handle change, right? Handle change. Okay, handle change, yeah. So I have to write this function also. So when you type something, this function will take care of that part, right? So let's go back here and cons handle change, and remember it gonna have event, right? When you're typing something, you're getting as an event also. So event. Okay, so we will just check how we can handle that. Okay, just give me, I will add all this in the all three input field. So input here, and also the last one, right? To the last one. Good. Okay, so we got all that done. Handle change. Now just write the function for each of them, right? So what we can read now, I mean, how are we going to get the value, right? How handle change here. So see, if I console log this, right, console dot log e, this will give me event dot target dot value, right? I can get event dot target that has value property, that has name property also. So let's check now. I'll show you now, right? There is some message. Who sent message? Let me check. Okay, Santana is there. Okay, so this function, I mean, this event has the browser access, like the event of that particular change, you know. So when you type something here, let's check now, inspect this, and we have console log already, right? So there is a lot of error, but I don't know why. So let's say I want to type name here. See, and when I'm typing, right, I'm just getting all the event here. See that? When I click the button, it just form submitted, and even I did not submit the form, but still I'm getting something, right? So if I type, I'm getting, but this is the event. Okay, let's open one of them, right? Event e dot target. Okay, and there will be name, that is name you need, and you need a value also, right? So let's say value will be here somewhere. Okay, you see the name, you just need to get target dot name and the value. So how are we going to check the value? Is small, right? Cannot see all the details. So I want to show you the value also. Target dot name and the value. Just imagine there is a name and value, two things is there inside every target, right? Every target. Okay, so this, it has a name, right? Name has a name, email has a name, and age has a name. So that name you're gonna get, and you're gonna get the value also. Okay, so how you can access that? Basically we do const, let's make it name comma value, like that, and that is coming from the object e dot target. Okay, we got that, and we just need to update that value inside our set state here, right? So we're gonna call that function inside here now. So set user data. Okay, and how it will work, right? It will take callback function, because see, we have now object. Remember, in case of object, you have to call the callback function and to tell it, give me all the previous value. That is the whole object here, right? And then I'm gonna update that later, right? So you have that previous value, so you need to execute also. So let's put this bracket right here, and then you wrap it something like this. So dot, basically return the object, right? So dot 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 previous value, right? And after that you add all the property like name colon value value value. You see what it will do, right? So the name, see this smart thing here, this name, we have three name, you know, the name, email, and age. The system will take all automatically. So here it's gonna add, see we already have three things, so every time it's gonna submit, it will find name, then email, and the age equal to whatever the value there. It will do that. So yeah, so that's done now, right? So that's done. Okay, what else we can do now? Now the thing is submit the form, right? So let's see if this is working or not, right? Let's check first. So now if I type here, I can type now, right? Look at here. Okay, and so if I submit right now, I did not console log. Let's do one thing, console log. Now I have a data, right? So user data. Okay, so let's console log and see if we are getting or not. So if I submit, okay, so there is something wrong. So I'm going to type again. Why I'm getting this, you know, what is that? I have console log somewhere. So I have this. Okay, I'm getting this, right? Handle submit is working all the time. Why? Oh, sorry, not unchanged. Sorry guys, here was unsubmit. Okay, so when you submit the form, then only it should make change, and I'm doing unchanged, right? That's why it was activating all the time, this function. Okay, so now it should be fine. So I will add email and 45, and when I submit, I should get that data. Look at that, I have the age, email, and name, right? I get that. Okay, finally I get that data. So it's time to look for the adding, right? I mean, here, you know, I have the data now available from this hook. We handle all the unchanged. When you submit, you receive that data, the object. Okay, so it's time to figure out how you're going to send the data to your backend now. So you know, if you go to the browser now, right, and you can say localhost 8000, because I still have a backend running, right? See, I can get this one. I'm accessing the data, but if I do localhost, I mean posting, right? I just need this route and posting, you know. So let's do that one. So see how we're gonna write. I mean, see, you have access to this link everywhere inside this computer right now, because I mean this is locally, right, localhost. That's why I have access to my computer anywhere, right? So that means I can do something here also. So what I'm gonna do, I have prevent default already, right? So I will say, now let's write it here. Maybe we can say const response. Okay, one thing now, right, we have to make this function asynchronous. You know why? Because we are going to add something to the database that is time taking. Async. Clear? So response equal to await and fetch. Now fetch is the fetch function. Yeah, so we're gonna fetch now http / localhost.
Dev.
Yeah.
Here are you gonna use Axios or just JavaScript to fetch?
Just use JavaScript, you know, for now, right? Just let's use JavaScript, make it simple. Okay, once everyone, you know, master this topic, right? Because this is okay. I mean, fetch, there is no issue with this, right? So right now we are not doing any complex thing. It's better to use simple thing. Okay, so localhost, and what we can do now, right? Because remember in the Axios you have to do again dot get and all that. We already have a backend server, right, which handles our get, post, all that things. Okay, so I mean we don't need to do Axios dot get. I mean we can do also, right? I mean there will be no issue. You know, you can just write Axios dot get and it will work. Axios dot post and it will also work. But let's keep it this way. Localhost, and what else we can do? We can put our route, right? So that is 8000. Yeah, and slash. And because this is post, right, this is going to be post method, you need to gonna send some data also. So that's the link fetch, and now there will be some data sending. So what will be the data now, right? So we have to write the so in the fetch method we have to define, right, header. Man, can I get simple answer? Maybe I asked the wrong question. So content type, okay, but it's not like that. Content type, we're gonna have a header and we're gonna have body, right, and also the method. Oh, okay guys, sorry, there was network issue, right? Hope everyone hear me. Even if I talk slowly, right, you can hear me clearly. Is that okay? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, okay, good, thanks. I see some network issue, but anyway, So here we have to pass our data, and then some like we have to construct the body of the data, right? So basically, what kind of method is this? Means what kind of action you want to take, right? So that will be post, correct? Post. So you have to define here. The next we can define like a body, right? So the body gonna have a data, correct? So we're gonna pass the object, but before that we just stringify our data, json dot stringify, right? And then you're gonna pass the object here, object. So what is our data? So user data, right? I think, yeah, that is fine. So this data will be stringify, that is the object, okay? And we have method post, body. What else we can pass? Header, right? That will be headers, and header have couple of things like a content type, right? Content content type, and maybe that should be application slash something. I think application JSON, right? Application slash maybe JSON. Yeah, so I think that is good enough. Response, okay. So save this now, right? So we are sending, see, when you fetch, when you call this API, okay, it will look for the method post. So our route is this, right? But when it sees the method post, it's gonna call the post method, and this is asynchronous function. So basically the post method will run, right? And when you run the post method, what gonna happen? Let's look at here now in the backend, the controller, right? If you look at the post, that is add data, okay, add user, right? See that request body, from the body it will get that name, email, and age, and all these things gonna happen, and it will create the data to the database. See, that's how it works. Clear? Okay, so user route, I will close this new post here, right? Okay, so we're just gonna add some validation also now. So when you send response, fetch, okay, after this we're gonna say const result equal to await, and let's get whatever from the response.json, right? Whatever we get back, let's get the JSON. Okay, so now we're gonna check, right? We're gonna validate this. So how are we gonna check? So see, when you create or when you fetch, right? When you this returns the promise. Remember the fetch function return the promise. It will return promise. That is object, right? It gonna have a lot of things like status is okay or not, something like that, right? So if we can verify that here, right? So we can say if response dot okay will be something, right? If that is okay, means if that is true or false, maybe, we can check, right? So let's say if that is false, then we can return something. So let's return the status, okay? So we can so there will be error message, right? So console log, let's console log, console log maybe whatever in the result, right? Let's say result dot, there will be something called message. We can do that. I mean, even there will be the error message, right? So we can set that message and we can display in our front end, so the message error is coming from the back end. So we can set in our, let's say we can set here in our maybe state, one of the state. So let's create that, right? Let's add that, will be better idea, const, maybe we call it error, and set error, right? Will be use state, and right now it's empty string, nothing there, but we're gonna set it now. So here we can call set error equal to result, right? Whatever in the result, okay, result dot message. And see, once you have this change, right, every time if there is something change, you can display that in our page, right? So here, just on the top of this you can put maybe heading 1 and curly bracket, right? And you check if there is error, right? Then, oh no, let's do one thing. That error, okay, how are we gonna do, right? Let's add a div, because so we can center it also, right? So if there is error, then right, and then only you can display heading 1, okay? So that should be error, right? Whatever the error message. Now you can just put it in the class name and add some maybe bg color, bg maybe orange, right? Orange 400, and text, make it center, yeah. Give it some padding y, right? Y-axis maybe 2, good enough. So that will display the error. See, we are just trying to get the error from back in and display in our page, right? So we did that one. So I mean, we can write some other stuff also, right? Like when you add the data to the database, now you want to run to the display page, okay? So for that one, we just write here response, if that is true. Now if there is a response back, okay, that is okay, right? That is true. This is a property, okay, in the response in this object, okay, is the property in response. If there is that, right, I mean, we can console log, just console log the result. We can check that if you want. If not, what we can do, right, we can set the error with this new, maybe new message, like you can add like data added, right? Data added, and then you can display that also. So you can display that, right? But see, when you add data, maybe you want to have a set timeout and remove that, right, quickly, okay? So yeah, so maybe you want to have set time. Oh my god, that's a lot of, I'm writing so many things, okay, god. So let's say set error, you can make it maybe empty after some time, okay? Just make it empty, right? How many seconds? Maybe after 1 second, okay? Okay, now what else we can do? But in the same time, right, you can also, so once you add the data, you want to make your field empty, like all the field empty, right? How are you going to do that? So we have the, set our form data, right? User data, okay? User data. So here is the object, basically name, right? So convert all that to empty, so that there will be empty input field, right? So, and email, what else we can do? Age, right? Age will be empty here. Okay, so now I think that is enough, right? One second, guys. Look like my network has issue. Just give me a second, okay? I don't know why is that. Let me connect to now. I think it looks okay. Okay, it's okay. Okay. So we just empty that, right? We just empty that. But thing is, when you click the button, right? One more thing, let's check now. Let's check. Let's see, right? Let's see if we are adding something or not. Okay, let's try that first. So if I go here, I put my name, my email ID, and age 45, right? And I submit. Okay, so see the data added, right? You saw that message and it's gone also. But anyway, let's go back to the local host and refresh this page. If data is added, right, it should give me all the data. Okay, so let's see. I just added this data to my database. Look at that just now, right? Okay, let's add maybe who we're gonna add, right? Let me see. Who is the MJ, right? MJ and MJ at gmail.com, and age will be 22, right? And submit. So user created, right? CREATED. Okay, there is a spelling mistake. I have to correct that. So if we go back and refresh the page, see, we get the data now, MJ, in our database. See that? So this API is working perfectly. The thing is, if I go back here, when I submit here, right? When I submit, I want to go to all post. Okay, all post. I want to jump to the all post, right? And see the details. So how are you gonna do that, right? So there is something called in the okay, let me remember that. I think import, right? Use navigation or navigate, right, from React Router DOM. Okay, use navigate right, from React Router DOM, and this will help us to navigate to the different page. This is just the hooks in the React Router DOM. Okay, so hooks must be go inside the component, right? So here I will say const, because hook is a function, right? Navigate equal to use navigate, and okay, so that is here. So now what I will do, I'm going to use this navigate, right, to route us. So this will route us to the different page, and see how we're going to do that. So when the data is added, right, and when all these things happen, after that, so will be if okay, right? Maybe I can add it here. Okay, so I'll just call it navigate, right? Navigate me to the route. See, React Router DOM has a route already, so that will be, I think, all post is there. So let's see if this is working or not, right? Let's check now. So I'm gonna add again, maybe let's call it maybe what, who is here now? Whose name I can call? Okay, let's call it maybe robot, right? And robot at gmail.com, and we're gonna have age maybe 68, and submit. See, when I submit, I just went to the all post page. Now see that? Okay, so now in the all post page, I need to display everything, right? And let's try to